everybody. I'm Dwayne,
I'm Tom.
and this is
Our recovery life.
Remote.
Remote. Our remote recovery life.
Yes. As you guys can see, things are look a little different this week. And that goes along with our topic. Tom, what is our topic?
Topic is recovery in quarantine.
So some context on that. We were laughing about this earlier about people in 10 years, 20 years are going to be like, quarantine. What are they talking about? So
It sounds like I'm on vacation. Oh, I'm in quarantine.
yes. So what happened was viruses hit, and it kind of has spread all the way through the world. And basically, America's many states are shutting down. We're in Minnesota, and we've kind of shut down. And so, in a very, very small amount of time, we've all shut down, and people are asked to stay home. And we can't just shut down and quarantine our recovery. So we want to talk today about what recovery quarantine looks like, and help out with that. How does recovery look with you being in quarantine?
Well, I'm still going to work.
Okay.
And I will be through the whole deal unless they change something else. But we're essential where I work, so that part hasn't changed. But at work has changed. You have to stay 6 feet away from everybody, and you have to wash your hands a bazillion times, and there's just a ton of stuff, or meetings and updates and all this other stuff, and everybody's opinion is different. Some people are like, oh, well, they're not really taking it seriously if half of us are still running around. And then you get other people that are like, it's a cold, why do we have to do this and all that. Another one that I thought was funny is, what's essential about a liquor store?
Yeah,
but
I hear that.
You know what I found out, or I heard, that they don't want to close the liquor stores because then the hospitals will be full of people DTing. So they got to, I don't know, keep them sedated or whatever their plan is. You know what I mean? But yeah, everything's a lot different. The kids are home from school. They go back to school on Monday, but the same way we're doing this right here remotely. So they'll all be home. So yeah, it's been a big change.
Lots of change.
Homeward front for sure. What's changing for you?
Kind of the same thing. I'm in car sales, so we're essential, and a lot of car dealerships are shut down. We're staying open because we do service as well. We start kind of a skeleton crew this week, and there's a few things that I've really learned is that I value touch and the intimacy that I get in meetings. I'm a hug every person that walks in the door and hug them when they leave, like that connection, the going to your place and filming those are connections and that I value, and that when they're gone and just abruptly stop, it's affected me. I'm not going to lie. I didn't realize what of an extrovert I was. I kind of thought myself as a little bit of an introvert, but that's totally not the case. I know it's definite. My recovery, I'm still going to work, but the kids are home. They're going to school, doing the same thing. I'm driving the fiance a little crazy. This morning we're trying to teach, doing the schooling online, and we're practicing a lot more patience. I can tell you that some things that I've done is online meetings. I was going bat crazy. And so I've really plugged into some online meetings, and really, like you hit on, everyone's opinion has changed, and there's a lot of people that no big deal, and some people the world's coming to an end.
Right.
I don't know about you, but I had to unplug from Facebook a little bit, and especially the news, man. My mental health took a really, really hard hit. Can you relate to that? Is that same?
Oh, yeah, for sure. The news part, especially. every day, you get the update at 2 o'clock from the governor, which I mean, that's pretty informative. But
Yep.
all of the other news, one channel, like you said, different radio channels or whatever at work are just as opinionated as the people. One radio station says it's the apocalypse, and the other one
Yeah.
is like, whoa, we're way overreacting. And I think that just causes confusion for everyone. And
For sure.
I know today I had my brain kick in and like, what if this really is the end? Because I read something about how they have those things on Facebook now where like, look at this, and from the Bible, and God did this and took everything away that you like, and it's like, is this really what's going on? I mean, and then I was like, I caught myself, and I'm like, I gotta stay in the now and not go down that path, because your mind will get away from you. So I've been trying to keep everything right in here.
Yeah, I can't agree more, man. I've had to really buckle down. A lot of walks. My mental health took a little bit of hit, and I already have a little bit of depression going on. And then when this happened, it's really taken its toll on me, and I had to get back to the basics. Really, I doubled almost every night now I'm doing an online meeting, and double down on my HP, man. I've really, really stepped up my relationship with my HP, because now more than ever, I'm clinging to that rock, because that's my anchor right now. Because you're right, with all the news, it's like, what side do you want to feed right now? Because wherever you want to go, different news stations say different things, doom and gloom, or, no big deal. And I think, as always, the middle and the gray area is really where but if I let my mind start going, I'm worrying, I'm stressed, I'm not reacting okay to my fiance and the kids. And so I have to stay in the now. And you know what? Today's going to be fine. Everything, doing a little bit more walk, getting out, doing some running even. But the biggest thing is staying in the now, and keep reaching out to a lot of other people. And we decided to keep doing this. This is a big part of my recovery, and not letting it take that away.
Right. Yeah. It's in mine too, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. And so what are some suggestions that you have or what are you doing to keep your recovery alive and still going? Because, as we said, it doesn't stop.
Yeah. Well, first off, I kind of was expecting not to be at work.
Mm-hmm.
So I just, like, any hour I could get a hold of, I did, trying to prepare. And then I found out, like, on Wednesday that we are essential and we will be working. So I've had one day off this whole month. So I have managed to catch the, like, Zoom meeting sort of thing, and that was really cool. And like you're saying, the higher power thing, I find myself praying a lot when in different times that, it's not that I'm going to pray. It's like all of a sudden I'm like, holy cow, I'm praying, like I find myself doing that a lot. So, different things like that. And like I said, staying in the now, not thinking about what could happen, because nobody knows what's going to happen. They can do all those studies and everything, but whatever's going to happen is going to happen anyway. So might as well, not get too flustered about it. So that's what I would suggest. What were your suggestions?
I think for me, like you said, I've really, really doubled my meetings, the online meetings. And at first I was kind of down on them, and you know what? The connection is still there. Me and, my peeps, like it's definitely hearing them laugh, and, they're struggling with the same thing I'm struggling. Like, we're in this together. So I'm not worried. It was just, I was like, man, this is going to not be the same. It's a really, really close second. And in some ways I've upped my meetings. So, like, I feel more. And I've stayed in, like we were talking about, not going down that path and catching myself. Like I only have a small amount of rope to start going down that negative path. I need to rein it in. And I think that's where not just the praying to the HP, my higher power, but really there's a lot of talk and dialogue, and just that relationship is really strengthened right now. So that's the one good thing that's really came out of this. And, seeing the camaraderie back where us in recovery, man, we have adapted, and how we've did our meetings and how we're doing all this. Like me and you, we had to adapt to this. So
Right.
that's been a big thing. And stay in the now, man. Stay in the now, because if I start thinking about all this other stuff, what's going to happen, is the world really going to come to an end? All this stuff, um, I get in a bad place really, really fast. And I think that's what my addict wants, so keep in the now, and, just know that today's going to be okay. I don't know what tomorrow's going to be like, but in recovery, we're taught that regardless. So in a lot of sense, back to the basics,
Exactly.
what got me clean and sober and through everything day one, it still applies today. So I guess to everyone out there, what we're gonna throw it to you guys and have you guys comment on what are you doing to keep your recovery alive and keep it, because everyone's recovery looks different. What are you doing to keep your recovery alive during this quarantine? And give us some suggestions. Yeah, we're just gonna keep doing this and keep plugged in and keep it rocking, because recovery, doesn't care that it's in quarantine. It just doesn't.
Yeah, because the addict inside of us isn't on quarantine. I guarantee you that.
That's and it's crazy. Whenever this happens, it came alive really, really fast. Like I'm still here, and boy, oh boy, I know a lot of people have struggled right now, but now's the time to double down on, like me, the step. I had to dust off the step working guide and start kind of doing that, and talking to my sponsor a lot more. And we're just going to continue to one step in front of another, and we're going to get through this. But so yeah, some you guys comment, scroll down, give us some comments, like, share. We're really prodding along with the Our Recovery Life Facebook page. So thank you guys for all that. And on that note, we're going to fight the good fight.
Keep it clean.